What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of the CubCast, our now seemingly daily news series we are running, based around all of the sort of news going on around international music. Very exciting stuff today. We are going to be jumping into another edition of, you guessed it, it's Tuesday. It's time for the Billboard review. We're going to be taking a look very, very closely at all the goings-on in and around the US Billboard Afrobeats chart. Obviously, this was something that has been established moderately recently. We're on week 3 of the activity surrounding the Billboard chart, so we're going to make it a case that every single Tuesday we're going to be looking through the Billboard and giving you basically our thoughts on where things are, our kind of reaction to it as well, which is always very exciting. It's like doing a top 50 chart, which I really, really enjoy. As always, if you are new to the channel though, please make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, of course, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. I've got to send a massive thank you out to each and every one of you who has been getting involved in the channel. The growth we've been seeing has been absolutely incredible. We're likely to hit 30,000 subscribers within the next couple of weeks. Something I didn't think I'd ever get to. I barely thought I'd ever get to 1,000 subscribers, but we are now approaching 30. So thank you to each and every one of you who is getting involved. It's an incredible thing, and it's down to you guys. So big up each and every one of you. Make sure you are letting us know your thoughts on the Billboard review, of course, in the comments down below. Without further ado, then let's jump into it. Starting down at number 50, we do have a new addition, If from Davido. Now, this is something we're going to see happen a fair bit, I think. Kind of looking at not necessarily super older, but older tunes from bigger artists that suddenly come back into circulation, whether that be through an advert, whether that be through people suddenly discovering the artist and it getting an additional push, whether it be through remixes or anything like that. We're going to continue to see this at least over the first few months, I feel, of this Billboard chart, until it kind of settles and people kind of understand that this is about the now rather than what's already been, if that makes sense. So there we go. New in 50 is Davido, first week in the chart, and it's in at 50. So it can only grow. Alongside this, 49th, we do see l.a.x featuring l.a.x with Don't Call Me go back up a place. Last week it was in 50th, it's up one place. Obviously it peaked at 36 on week number 1. It's been in the chart since the beginning. Ruger with Dior down to 48th. That one has peaked at 39th. It's been on the chart for 3 weeks as well. It's gone down from 47th to 48th. Alongside this, we see Buju with a substantial drop on Italy. Again, 2 weeks ago, that was up in 33rd. It then went to 41st, and again, it's now down to 47th. It's been on the chart for 3 weeks. Again, a long-standing one. Very exciting stuff here as well. Maya Kun alongside Victini with Holy Father. Without a doubt, one of the biggest releases of last year, has made it up to into the charts, essentially. First time seeing this one in there, and it is now at number 46. First week in the chart. Fantastic stuff for both Maya Kun and Victini. Again, that's a huge tune. Very exciting stuff. So there we go. Continuing to see this one in the charts as well. BURNA Boy with Jabona. That one was at 44th last week, and it's been at 44th 2 weeks in a row, I believe. It's now down to 45th. It's the third week in the chart. So there we go. Moving up to the next selections. Very exciting stuff indeed. We see 10's making a re-entry with Ice-T. That one dropped out of the chart last week. It's now back up to 44th. Again, 10's doing absolute bits. I'm sure her brand new Apple Music show is doing bits towards that as well. Rema's Do Maybe is down from 42nd to 43rd. I believe that stayed in the same place last week. And we also see Senpai by l.a.x drop 2 places down to 40th as well. These are tunes that have been in the chart since the beginning. Alongside this as well, we see the sounds of Kiz Daniel moving down to 41st, originally in 38th, then 39th with Pour Me Water. Again, a tune that's been in there since the start. I'm expecting most of these to stay the same for the first few weeks, realistically months, as we start to get a bit more kind of movement. The Key from 10's has moved up from 43rd to 40th. Again, 3 weeks in the chart, and we see Rocking from l.a.x drop again. It was in 19th when it first came in. It then went down to 31st, now down to 39th. However, still very much in and around the top 50 on the Billboard. Alongside this, Tamaya with Cold Outside down from 34th to 38th. That one's peaked at 31st. Again, it's so interesting looking through this because we're seeing what tracks people are listening to. We're seeing where the stats are. I find this fascinating. Again, this might not be for you. It's very kind of detailed and analytical in regards to what we do here on the channel. We're primarily reaction and kind of DJ-based channel, but I want to make sure we're all up to date with what's going on, you know. Alongside this, Magic's 37th. This has stayed the same from last week. It peaked at number 30. There we go. Magic's Love Don't Cost a Dime. We see Joro from Wizkid going up a place again. Last week it was in 38th. This is really exciting. Back up to 36. Again, a tune which is, I believe, Wizkid's third most streamed tune on Spotify, I do believe. It's either third or fourth. I'm pretty sure it's third. I'm trying to retain as much information as I possibly can when we do these. But there we go. First week with a new addition as well for Adekunle Gold, finally making his way up this list alongside Lucky Day with Sinner, my personal favourite track off of the brand new album, which dropped a few months ago. It's not brand new album. But yeah, there we go. Up to 35th as a new entry. Really cool to see this one. I definitely feel that Adekunle Gold was an artist that was not necessarily being kind of slighted, but definitely an artist I would have expected to see more of in this list. Obviously highs in the list somewhere, but we'll move forward. True Love from WizKid starting to really jump up the charts now, up from 46th last week up to 34th, second week in the chart, and I was expecting this due to the video dropping on his page. Again, this is something you're always going to see when people drop a music video a bit later on. You're going to see it surge back up the charts because of that, and of course, I believe he's actually done a lot in Paris chart-wise as well, in France in general, after announcing his Paris show. So big up Wiz each and every time. We know what he can do. Alongside this, Olamide remains at 33rd, down one place from 2 weeks ago with Infinity. We see High from Adekunle Gold and Davido down to 32nd from 30th. It was 28th the week before. Again, there's a lot of footage going up of this tune at the moment. I saw the Composers put a video up of them performing it live at Davido's O2 concert. That's available on the Composers channel, I believe. Down flat from Kelvin Boy. Did peak at the start in 22nd. It then went down to 26th, and now it is down to 31st. So slowly descending, but still very much in the upper echelons of this chart. Right, moving up to the top 30 then. Understand from Omar Lay drops from 27th down to 30th. The No Wahala remix remains at 29. 2 weeks in the chart for the remix. It entered at 29 and it stayed there. Ballon d'Or from Burna Boy and WizKid down to 28th from 25th. It peaked at 23rd. Again, it's been in there since the start. It's quite interesting this because we're seeing a battle between the two WizKid and Burna Boy collaborations. Ginger is now up to 27th. Again, its peak was 25th. Last week it was at 28th. It's up one place. Alongside this, I do feel a bit like I'm doing horse racing when I do this, I've got to say, the way I'm trying to get all the information out there as quickly as possible. Let's move up then from 26th to 21st. Last week, No Wahala, the original, was in 17th place. It's now down to 26th. Interestingly enough, only 3 places ahead of the remix. I've got a funny feeling the remix may overtake it soon. In 25th, you see Crazy Things from 10's. That peaked at 20th. Last week it was at 22. It's now down to 25th. On the Low from Burna Boy remains in 24th. I think it's been there for 3 weeks in a row. Very interesting stuff indeed. Mona Lisa down from 17th to 19th to 23rd, of course, from Lil J and SARS. A huge tune. That one. Replay from 10's as she maintains her very, very sort of heavy ranking within this. She's got so many tunes in the top 50, it's insane. But Replay is in 22nd. It's gone down from 18th then to 20th, then to 22nd. Again, this one's been in the chart since it began. And then alongside this, we see Soundgasm, which was at 15 last week, now moved down to 21st again. That's been in there since the start. Right, moving into the top 20, some very interesting stuff indeed. Fall from Davido is now up to 20th. Again, a huge tune. Fall. Again, we tried to put a reaction video together for this one, but YouTube simply would not let us upload it, unfortunately. So it's going to sit there. Maybe one day it'll be allowed. Maybe it won't. Who knows? But in 19th place, down from 16th and 14th before that, we see Sip from Joeboy. Again, one of the biggest tunes of last year, without a shadow of a doubt. We also see Damages from 10's maintain the position of 18th. In 17th, always Darko featuring Black Sheriff. That was at 21st last week. It's moving up. It's now up into the top 20 in 17th to be precise. Very exciting stuff indeed. Now, in 16th, we see Davido, another entry from him in this upper listing. I think this is the most he's ever had in there after the first 3 weeks. This was peaking at 11th. Last week it was in 14th. Now it's down to 16th. Baddest Boy alongside Skibby. Then we're going to move up to the 15th to 11th section. Asake alongside Olamide with Omo Ope. That's down to 15th. That peaked at 13. It's now down 2 places to 15th. We also see Ye from Burna Boy dropping from 12th to 14th. That's been in there since the start. And we also see a Playboy from Fireboy DML dropping from 8th down to 13th. Very interesting stuff. And this, of course, means that we do have new additions further up, which I'm very excited to get into. It's all about the top 10, isn't it? Really, it's all about the top 10. But in 12th, We finally see Goya Minor and Neptune's Amino Amapiano dropping out of the top 10. It peaked at number 7. It then moved down to number 10. It's now into 12th. Emiliana from CK remains in the exact same position as last week as well in 11th. That peaked at number 10. But we're going to move into the top 10 straight away. Drum roll, please. This is where it gets very exciting. So in 10th, we see Master KG featuring BURNA Boy and Nom Sibo Zakode with Jerusalema. That's the official remix. I was actually looking at that earlier. It's up to 20 million on YouTube. It dropped in October. So a moderately recent release for BURNA Boy. I think this is BURNA Boy's highest release that's been out in the last few years. Very exciting stuff indeed. And then we see Rema with Calm Down from 7th place to 9th place. That's been in the charts for 3 weeks now. Moving up slowly but surely, Found from 10's featuring Brent Fayaz up from 9th back into 8th place. This is the peak position it's been in there for 3 weeks as well. There we go. We're moving up now to number 7. Asake Sungba featuring BURNA Boy. The official remix of Sungba officially debuts at number 7. This is actually debuting at the same place that the Playboy tune from Fireboy DML premiered at last week. This is a huge jump for Asake. He's had a couple of bits in there. Obviously, he had Omar Ope in there, and he's had Sungba in there, but now he's got the official Sungba remix in at number 7. This is a huge jump and another feature in the top 10 for BURNA Boy, who now ties, if I think I'm being correct, with the most top 10s in there currently. In 6th, we see Omar Lay and Justin Bieber with Attention dropping from 5th to 6th. That premiered at number 4. It's slowly moving down one place at a time. Finesse from Fields and Buju up from 6th place to 5th place. Again, this is a jump back to where it was a couple of weeks ago. In 4th, Free Mind remains with 10's in 4th place. Last week it was in 4th. The highest it's been is 4th. So there we go. It maintains that 4th position. I think the lowest it's been is maybe 5th or 6th. But there we go. Fantastic stuff from 10's. In 3rd, Essence, WizKid featuring Justin Bieber and 10's is there. It's been 3rd for a couple of weeks now. I think that's where it started. The highest it's been is 2nd. Maybe no, it's saying the highest it's been is 3rd. So there we go. It's remained in 3rd the entire way through. Fantastic stuff. Peru is down off the top spot, and we're seeing this battle commence. The highest it's been is number 1. Last week it was number 1. It's down to number 2, and we see Loved One TT take its place back at number 1. It's been in number 1 twice. It's went down to number 2, and now it's back up to number 1. We are seeing a real battle between these two tunes here, Fireboy DML and Ed Sheeran's remix of Peru and Loved One TT. From CK. So there we go. Both of them have been in there for 3 weeks. Interesting thing about this as well, there are only 2 tunes in the top 10 that have been in the chart for 1 week, both debuting in the top 10. BURNA Boy featuring on both of them. We now see, looking through this, 10's currently has 3 tracks in the top 10. Maintaining that where she currently is. Justin Bieber and BURNA Boy are currently tied on 2 each as well. Very interesting stuff. Last week, Fireboy DML had 2 in there, but he's now dropped out of the top 10. So there we go. Very interesting stuff indeed, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed this breakdown. Again, I'll leave a link to the chart down below so you can go and check it out for yourself. But there we go. That is the Billboard review for this week. Very interesting stuff. I think following on from a couple of new releases, we are likely to see this continually shift, but I think this sort of top 6 echelon here is likely to remain the way it is for a few weeks. Really cool seeing the Sungba remix land. I think that might eventually go up where it is. I think Calm Down will actually end up going back up again, but again, 10's dominating the top 10 with 3 tracks in the top 10. BURNA Boy and Justin Bieber both on 2 as well. So there we go. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please head over to the Patreon. That's patreon.com/CubCamTV. If you want to support the channel more, this is the best way to do it, and this allows me to create more content because I've got more time, essentially, if you're able to get involved. Exclusive content, requested reactions, and of course you can vote on upcoming content and album listens as well. Alongside this, make sure you are hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. That's it from me. Hopefully you have enjoyed this one, and we shall see you all next time, my friends. Have a good one, and peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a Brighton town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCamTV. Stay locked.